Hello and welcome to the demonstration video for the paid advanced calculator on roulette-calculator.com. Simply go to roulette-calculator.com and log in or create an account. In this case I'm just going to log in and go to the paid advanced calculator. I'm going to pull this tab down to separate it and then squeeze it down like this. And also I'm going to take the casino table and compress that down just so it makes it easy to enter numbers in and work with the table. Now I'm on Smart Live Casino, and the reason for that, it's quite a handy table because if you look on the left hand side here you can see the last 185 numbers. So what that means is I can enter all of these numbers into the calculator. However, for this explanation I'm just going to go down 4 or 5 lines and start from there. Okay, so obviously you want to start further down and just start submitting the numbers in like this. Okay, now of course I'm not going to bore you and let you watch me enter every number in, so I will be right back once I've entered all of the numbers in for you. Okay, welcome back. I have now entered all of the numbers in. You look down here, you can see that I have entered 82 numbers in, and that was going, I think, about 4 lines down. Now I can look down the stats here and you can see the deepest thirds is at a depth of 12, the deepest 50-50 is at 6, deepest positive at 6, and the deepest line chase is at 13. Now the line chase is quite high compared to what it normally is. Normally it's around sort of 7 or 8. The positive's roughly where it usually is. We see it around 6 or 7. Okay, so if you look up here, I can then change the positive down to a depth of 5 because the deepest it's gone is 6. So what that means is I can bet on a depth of 5, 6, 7, and 8. The positive there I'm going to put at 13 because it's gone to a depth of 12. And the negative I will leave at 10. Now I'm just going to enter the next number in. It went from 15 to 5 to 25. So I've entered that in, and now you can see here the positive is at a depth of 2, the lines is at a depth of 2, and here you can see the negatives, first, second and third. The highest is the second, which is at 2. And I'm going to put my starting bet at £5. Okay, now normally you do like £1, £2, £3, £4, then back out if you're using the system I use. However, this is going straight in for it: £5, £10, 15, 20 out, and that will give me a total of £50 betting if it does wipe out. And I have deposited £50 into this table. Okay, now if it sticks with the numbers it is giving me, that shouldn't really be a problem. Obviously it's not guaranteed, it is roulette, it is still gambling. However, with this calculator it does give you a nice advantage. Okay, so you can see all the stats here, and I will speed up the video again so that you can not be bored. So I'll speed up the video until we get our next bet. Hello and welcome back. You can see that as I submit this number we are on to our first bet, okay, because the positive chase is now at a depth of 5. So what that means is I'll put £5 on the area that is highlighted orange. Now the orange means positive, the blue means negative. They're both bettable, but I tend to prefer the positive. Okay, you can see down here that the deepest thirds is at 12, the deepest 50-50 is at 6, the deepest positive is at 6, and the deepest line chase is at 13. Now I am going on the positive. It is at a depth of 5. So that means I can bet on the depth of 5, the depth of 6, the depth of 7, and the depth of 8. Now according to the stats it hasn't gone past that in the last sort of 90 odd spins. So we'll just see what happens on this spin here. So anywhere between the number 1 and 12 is what we're looking for here. And it looks like it came straight in on 10. So that takes the £50 starting balance up to £60. So now you can see the middle row there is at a depth of 9 on the negative chase there. That means that middle line hasn't come in 9 spins, so it's been flipping between the first row and the last row. The deepest line chase it's gone to is 13. That's on the positive. If you look at the thirds, deepest thirds at the top there, that's at 12. So again, if it misses that middle row, then we will be on for a bet. This middle row. I like sticking to the positives on the first, second and thirds. It always seems to do better for me. You can see here the number that has just come in is 19. Okay, so now you see that middle row highlight up now. That means that that middle row has not come in 10 spins. And because of the settings we set up by looking at the stats there, that means it's worth putting a bet on. Some people prefer to ignore the negatives, myself included. I do find the positive chase is generally more reliable. However, for the demonstration on this, we're going with the stats that this table has given us through logging the table. And we'll put £5 on there. And you can see number 4 has come in, so that means that the middle line is still untouched. And we will be increasing the bet from £5 to £10. Just submit that. The most profitable time for it to come in really is on the second or the third spin. If you think about it, you bet £5 on the first spin. If it comes in, you get 15 back, so that means a £10 profit. If you bet on the second spin, which would be a £10 bet, plus the 5 from the first bet, that's 15 gone down, but 10 times at 3 will be 30 back, so you'll get a £15 profit. And on the third spin, you'll be betting £15, so that's 15 plus a 10 plus a 5. Okay, so that's £30 you put down, but then you'll get 45 back. Okay, so that'll be 15 profit. So you can see it increases there, and then the last one's £20. If you think it's 20 plus 15, is 35, plus 10 is 45, plus 5 is £50 you put down, and you'll get 60 back, so it drops down a little bit there. But as you can see, the bet came in for me there, putting me up to £70. And looking at the stats, there's not much on for a moment, so I'm just going to fast forward this, and you can see I'm on £70, so I'm going to fast forward it to the next bet. So I'll be back in a mo. Welcome back. We're just on a depth of 4 here for the positive chase. As you can see, I'm still on £70. This is the next bet, so we're hoping that the middle section doesn't come in, which it didn't. 2's just come in, so that gives us a bet on the positive on the first 12. And the positive always chases where the ball has just landed. So it's on a depth of 5 now. I'm going to chuck £5 on the first 12 and see what happens. And it went down to 33. It looked very close. It was looked like it was going in 1, but jumped over to 33, such is life. So we'll put the second bet on at £10. It'd be nice if the waiting time was about 8 seconds per spin. Unfortunately not. I recently did a video, I haven't uploaded it yet, using this calculator on a random number generator. So that's the roulette table, where it's not really a real table, it's just throwing numbers out, and it's all done on a graphical representation of a table. And surprisingly it worked quite well. What did I start with? £40, and I took that up to I think it was 75, and then backed out. But it was doing quite well. I'll upload that video shortly after this one. Yeah, it was quite interesting, because the calculator that we're using here on Roulette calculator is it relies on the table being random. So when a series of events haven't taken place, that's when the calculator kicks in and basically works its magic. So number 1 came in, so we're on the third bet. So we're 50% of the way through our bet, so we've got 2 more. And you can see the tracking positive now is at a depth of 7, which is the highest it's been. It was previously at 6, so you can see that that moves up, and that helps you gauge where to set the betting, where the calculator flags up. But pretty confident. The table's been very, very well behaved. I would say it's going to come in this spin or the next one. If it doesn't, such is life. But I've got a good feeling. 3 sections of the table, where would you put your money? I would go on the first 12. And I am. Look at that. Popped out of 28 into number 7. As if the roulette gods were smiling. Okay, so you can see I'm up to 90 now, so I'm going to do one more bet. The key that I do is, say I deposit £50 into an online casino. What I want to do is get that £50 up to 100. So just to make £50 on the table. Because if you think about it, a lot of people work a whole day, and I've been playing this for, I don't know, around 20 minutes or so. So people work a whole day for £50, and for me, the idea is not to be too greedy at one table. There's nothing stopping you going to a different table or a different online casino and doing exactly the same. But for me, I think if it's an automated system, if it flags up that you're winning and you're using any kind of pattern, then I know it's meant to be random, but I'm sure there's people that monitor these things just to make sure there's nothing going on. And obviously we've got our stats here that we can play to, but they've obviously got their stats as well. So I say double your money. Say you put £50 in, try and get to 100 or just over 100. Sometimes it works out differently, and then withdraw what you've just taken. I mean, there's no harm in that. Withdraw £50, leave 50 in the account, and I'm getting a message. And yeah, just go to a different table, do the same. Leave the 50 still in the account so you can come back tomorrow, carry on with it, and just go to a different table. Do the same there, then go to another table. Try and make your £200 for the day, and then get out. Okay, well, I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm going to fast forward to what will be my final bet, because I'm at 90. That means if I do a £5 bet, that will drop me down to 85, and the win would be 15, so that'll put me at 100 exactly. If it goes to the second or third bet, that will obviously be £105, and then I'll withdraw the 55 and leave 50 in for the next day. So I will catch you back in a second when I have finished, well, when a win comes in. Hi and welcome back. We are just waiting on this result to come in, and hopefully we will have a bet. This will be on the negative chase. As you can see down here, the second 12 is on a depth of 9. So if this doesn't come in, then we will get a bet. So what are we going for? Perfect. Number 4 came in, and that puts us on a negative depth of 10 on the second 12. So this will be the final bet, and if it comes in on the first go, that will put me exactly on £100. If it comes in on the second, it will be 105, and likewise on the third or fourth. So we'll see what happens, and as I mentioned before, it's good to earn your money and then get out. I think if you stay on the same table for hours and hours and hours, there's probably someone monitoring it, and you will probably get kicked off eventually. So withdraw your money and then go to a different table. Try and keep suspicion low. Obviously you've got your stats here. It's an idea to write them down and write down what table you go is using. Next time you log the table, check them out and see how that they compare. So you can see the differences there. So here we go. The first spin of the final bet. Be nice if it comes in now. That'll put me on a nice even 100. I mean, sure, if it comes in on the second one, that's a horrible 105. nice round number. And there it is, number 23. So there we go, guys. That's a nice round £100. It took me probably about 35-40 minutes, with waiting for the bets. I think I only did was it 4 or 5 bets to do that, and yeah, now at 100. So I hope you enjoyed the video. What I'd recommend doing, I'm going to back out of this and withdraw my 50, and then carry on tomorrow with the other 50. I'm going to go to a different table now. But also an update for those who are using the Roulette calculator, we will be adding a forum to the website soon, so that you guys can keep in touch, show us your strategies, methods, your successes, your losses, just have it much more of a community so that we can all learn from each other and take any ideas on what you would like to see on the next release of Roulette Calculator, because we're always open to ideas. With that said, I hope you have lots of successes, and I'll see you in Vegas.